Open the meeting at, 4:12.
Quarter after 12?
4 after, 12.
Oh, 4, 12:04, okay. Does Pam got any minutes for last time?
Yes, I do. But
Well, I'll have to review them later. Maybe Tubby and Ray can look them over.
Okay. We can email a copy over to you real quick.
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
Are they on your computer?
The minutes on your computer now.
oh, you want to he want to email John a copy? Okay. Afterwards, scan it in and
Yeah, do that real fast.
okay.
Yeah, Drew will get it up there.
May I steal those for just a moment?
We'll get those over to you, John.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't think you have to send the bills. I mean,
Right.
I think Tubby and Ray can review those.
Yeah.
Do we have any deeds?
Yeah, the boys are looking at those now. You have any deeds now?
Yes, right here. It's one for,
I could swing by afterwards, Roger, to sign the deeds if you want.
Yeah, we have one deed for Paul Roulard for $525 for a single lot.
Single lot.
Yeah, that's the only deed we have.
Okay.
Company including this, right? The company including this,
is that okay?
the joint, that's, it's still my initials.
No correspondence.
No. To the correspondence.
Yeah, but
Be right back.
Okay, John.
if we get it right, we just go hold now, yeah. It's on there, so.
They should be on the way.
So they should have came through, John. You should have the minutes.
Oh, let me look. Oh. That's right. So I gotta open up my email. I gotta shrink you guys or something here, I think.
It's fine to me on that minute. You want time? A minute?
Please.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, I go to this. And amazing. Okay. Okay. Rose. Doing a Zoom meeting with the cemetery. That didn't print out. How come? Slide.
When did you say these?
Didn't print out.
Here. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Boucher and Mr. Boyce have signed the bills.
Okey doke.
Those are signed.
I have the minutes, I think. Okay. Well, I got it. Let's see. How do I expand this again, Mary? There we go. All right. All right. Looking at the minutes. All right. I've looked over the minutes. I don't know if you guys have.
Yeah, they have.
The only thing I think might be an error is, at least I don't recall talking about the wooden stairs by the old library.
That was at the very end. You would say just a general conversation about how those stairs were like. Well, I can take it out.
Well, no, because I mean, I think maybe it came up as by comparison to the conservation steps that were by the trestle. Because I do remember talking about trying to replace those stairs, or the conservation steps by the trestle would be expensive.
Oh,
Correct.
So I think it's just to replace the old wooden stairs, just strike by the old library. Maybe just make it to replace the old wooden stairs / conservation steps.
All right. Okay. Sorry.
Will be difficult. With that modification, I would move we approve the minutes.
Second it.
All those in favor?
Aye. Okay, and I guess, where are we? That's the next thing on the agenda. Where did I put my agenda now? Here it is. All right, no appointments.
Yes.
No, any correspondence?
No?
No.
All right, so I guess that gets us into the discussion.
Yep.
All right, start it up, Raj.
Yeah, I believe the first thing we have on the agenda is the FY22 budget update / minimum wage.
Yeah,
The selectmen and Mr. Kreider still working diligently on the budget, getting that set up and and putting a lot of time with it. We don't have any real concrete information yet, but I'll keep you guys updated as it comes along. And the reason why this came up, minimum wage along with it, we finally come to an impasse where municipalities do not have to pay minimum wage, but we're in an impasse where minimum wage has now exceeded what we pay minimum wage employees. And it was not, minimum wage is not on the Collins report as a starting wage of $13.50. We're still paying our guys $12.90. And it's gonna be tough to retain help if they can go anywhere else and do landscaping work, whatever they want to do and get at least minimum wage out of it. So
The minimum, state minimum wage now is $13.50.
correct, yep,
We're paying $12.90.
correct.
And we don't have it in the budget to pay more.
Well, we can. We have it so that we can, but I believe you gentlemen have to take a vote on it that says it's okay to do it because municipality doesn't say that you have to pay minimum wage. A federally mandated minimum wage, yes, but not the state minimum wage.
Okay. So,
I mean, for us, it's not gonna reflect that much, you know, 60 cents an hour over the small amount of hours that these guys actually work throughout the course of the year is not gonna make or break us. But
right.
to retain help and to recruit help, I think we should at least come up to speed with minimum wage.
Yeah, because they're on call, Mike, correct? Right?
Correct, yeah.
You handle that, right?
Yeah, when it rains, they don't work, whatever, unless it's a funeral, so, yeah.
Right, right. Well, I move that we modify the base rate of pay for the what is it, our intermittent part-time
Seasonal, yeah,
employees
sure.
to $13.50 an hour.
Or follow state minimum wage, however you want it. Because it's probably gonna go up again next year. It's slated every year the way they designed it.
Over the state requires.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'd say we should review it then at that time, you
Okay.
know, rather than make it a automatic increase, you know. I think we have to think about that. So I would just say move it to the state minimum now at $13.50.
So effective July 1st?
Right, right.
Yeah, and then the other one will, we can deal with it because it's a calendar. So we can deal with that at the November meeting or December meeting.
Right, if it goes up,
Yeah, because it's calendar
do
year.
the budget next week, next year.
Correct, yes, John, yeah. So we'll make this one effective 7/1.
I'll second the nomination.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. All right, what's next?
We had a tragedy in town not that long ago when the wind was, we had a couple windstorms. And a family had lost a child in that event.
Oh, God, I heard about that.
Yeah, it's a terrible thing.
Really
Uh,
horrific.
our playground director and the parents of this child would like to do a vigil from 6 to 8 p.m. on the night of the 17th at the playground in honor of the child. Our playground director is gonna manage it to make sure everybody has masks and that the crowd doesn't get too big. I told her any assistance she needed that we would be there to help her with it. So I just kind of looking for a vote here that allows it. And unfortunately, they've already gone on Facebook and said it was going to happen. Kirsten didn't know. Our playground director was. But I told her I would run it by the board to make you aware that this is what they would like to do.
I don't have a problem with it. If people are careful, we don't want to spread COVID, but certainly this is such a tragic thing. A lot of people are touched by it and will probably want to show some support for the parents, and the family. So I would make a motion that we approve the vigil at the playground for April 17th.
I'll second it, John.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ready for the next one?
Ready?
Now we have an update on sidewalks. I know there's been a lot of questions. Everybody's buying a lot of phone calls, a lot of wondering. I think people need to realize that the frost just fully came out of the ground as of last week. So that they really were still limited to what they could do. But they will start forming either this afternoon or tomorrow, from the way I understand things. And they are supposed to start pouring next week, the way I understand things. I've been in touch with the company and I've been in touch with the engineer, with Summit Engineering. So this is it, guys. It looks like we're going to start and put this project behind us.
Great.
So for the inquiring minds that want to know, here it is.
Excuse me, Roger. What time period did that stay off the sidewalk? How long period?
I'll get all that information. I don't have that.
Don't have it.
Yeah, I don't have that with me now. I would say if it's wet and shiny, don't go.
A common sense.
So that's the update on the sidewalks.
Yeah, so how soon, yeah, I get what somebody is asking there is how long before people can walk on it, but more importantly, in related to this, I think we do need to take some action about the cars on the common. Well, that's on the agenda, so we'll get to that when we get to it. Never mind. I didn't realize it was on the agenda.
Yeah, I want to give you guys the update first so that any questions that you've been getting from the general public, at least you'll have an answer for them now. So tell them to hang in there within the next couple of weeks. It should look nice out there again.
Yeah.
And also Vince Cassidy from Cassidy Ford is going to get a hold of me about putting the fence back together. That'll be coming up too.
Okay.
I don't have an exact date on that yet, but he was hoping by the end of April he could get started out there. He should have everything forged and ready to replace.
Okay.
Yeah, to get the full information before we start discussing other topics, because it leads to dangling.
All right.
Okay?
Thanks, Doug.
You're welcome, Raj. I'm always saying that. You know that.
Okay, guys, here it is.
The big one.
We got to face the ugly truth.
No vehicles on the.
Well, are we going to take up cars on the common, or are we got to go to Adams Dam?
Did you get the revised agenda, John? I haven't.
Maybe not, because what I've got is update on sidewalks, then update on Adams Dam.
That ain't on us.
Not this one.
Doesn't matter. We can take them out of order if you want. Naturally, you'd go with the sidewalks to the cars on the common question anyway, but
I'm not sure how to handle this because the revised agenda I sent in doesn't have what you have. Our stops at motorized vehicles on the common.
it doesn't have update on Adams Dam, purchase a new mower, t-shirt, or salvage computer parts?
No,
Oh, for crying out loud.
That was the 3 emails I sent that were confused. But I CC'd them on all 3, I believe.
so I don't know how to handle this now.
Well, I think Adams Dam is just informational. There's no vote required, I don't think, so you could cover that in your report.
Yeah,
And I think the other things you could cover in your report, maybe the t-shirt will have to wait till next week, or next month.
next meeting, yeah.
And I don't know about the salvage computer parts. It doesn't sound like that's a pressing problem, is it?
No. And the reasoning for revising the agenda is because I thought we were possibly going to draw a crowd with the vehicles on the common. So that's why I made the agenda limited. I was in anticipation of people being involved in the Zoom meeting.
Right. So the that is not our activities or our agenda is probably not in the forefront of people's consciousness.
Right.
It certainly will be if we vote, as I think we're gonna vote on this item soon. But so it is on the agenda that you have and that was posted. Mechanized vehicles on the common.
Correct. Yep.
All right, so I think we could discuss it. Now, would this apply to motorized perambulators?
Such as.
Sorry, I'm trying to make light. I guess they probably don't have perambulators that are motorized, are they?
Yeah.
You know, a buggy, baby buggy.
Baby buggies.
But obviously wouldn't apply to wheelchairs that are motorized.
Right.
What we're talking about is vehicles with a gross weight of over 2,000 pounds.
I would say, yeah, because that would cover any kind of tractors with buckets on it, things like that.
Truck pickup.
So let me posit the possibility then that it would not cover, well, like a tractor pulling a trailer.
Right. Or a skid steer putting planter boxes out there.
So would we allow those items?
I don't think we should allow anything unless it's our own service vehicles. Because if we go out there and we have to service anything, we would put boards out to cross those. And I wouldn't even want to take that chance, actually.
Yeah, at least not initially.
Right.
Well, I think beyond the natural curing of the sidewalks, I think you would want to keep people off of it for a while, even after the official curing, wouldn't you? I mean, we want to treat it with kid gloves for a while till it really sets in, I should think.
Yeah, unfortunately, I just turned down a phone call from PJ from the sidewalk company because I'm in the meeting right now, but
Oh,
he's the one that could have answered the question, how long it's gonna take, but I can get that answer to you guys after.
yeah.
Well, excuse me, John, I'm in discussion, I'm going back a few years in time, okay? Back in the 50s, we did there was a limit on that you only could put and drop off, but no one could go into the common. They'd have to do it on the outside of the fence and bring it in. That was in late 50s. And then we had, back a few years ago for temporarily, but I think for right now, we should put this into effect temporarily till everything gets under key that we want to get done on the common.
Yeah.
We do want to bring up the surface too, the soil, to bring that up to the sidewalk they were putting in, remember? We discussed it back a few months ago.
Well, Ray, what do you think? I think you gotta let us know. I know what you think, but for the record.
I think the only vehicles on the common should be cemetery and park vehicles or anyone doing any maintenance at the cemetery and park. No private vehicles.
Right. Well, I think we will need to meet with people and talk about other ways that they can get their things on the common. I think maybe Roger, you could put on the, I don't think it could be stored in the gazebo, but I saw these things that they used at Sturbridge Village when we had a Revolutionary War reenactment. They were like a two-wheeled wheelbarrow type of cart, not a metal wheelbarrow, but kind of a cart with a fairly large wheel on either side of the cart that people could put their equipment in and wheel onto the grounds at Sturbridge Village. And I think we probably should look into something like that for people. We could at least get one and see how it works.
Yeah.
And tell people, if you've got like, we could talk, I think we have to reach out to some of the bigger groups that use the common to say that, try to schedule your folks that have heavy equipment or whatever so that they're near the entrance and they can just walk it on. They have to walk it some distance anyways. Just don't put them in the middle of the common down at the far end where they can't get access, It's gonna take work on their part. But in order to protect the new sidewalks once they're in, I'm gonna, I guess, move that we prohibit all motor vehicles or trailers from the town common, with the exception of maintenance work performed by cemetery and parks or our contractors. If we have a tree, somebody with a tree bucket that has to come on, and even that, we should be mindful. This is not part of the motion, but that's the motion, to prohibit motorized vehicles other than, personal vehicles such as motorized wheelchairs, and other than cemetery and parks vehicles needed for maintenance of the common.
And also emergency use too, John. We got to think about ambulances and stuff like that and have to go on the common too.
There ain't a gate big enough to get an ambulance through, is it?
Probably have to log them out anyway. That's right. We get a shuttle for that.
I'm having a little trouble with the audio here. Maybe because you guys are so removed from the computer.
You made the motion, John. I'm going to second it.
Okay.
I guess I did one thing to make sure that the emergency use can be put on there for emergency.
Oh, for emergencies. All right. Friendly amendment for emergency vehicles.
Right. Okay.
Right. If you had somebody that had been stricken, they need to get the ambulance, an ambulance could go in there. Right.
Falling down, a heart attack or whatever, they can get in there.
Right. Right. Good point.
So I'm going to second the nomination.
All right. We got a second of that motion. And Ray, you got any other discussion that you want to make?
I don't think there's a gate big enough to get an ambulance through, but if they had to get an ambulance on there, I guess they could take one on, but.
Well, I mean, whatever that, if obviously they can't get on, they can't get on. I mean, but there would be an exception for emergency vehicles, if the need arose,
If the need arose and they could get one on there, there's a gate wide enough to get an ambulance through.
Right. They might not be able to get there. I mean, I'm not saying that the emergency vehicles can break down the fence, although maybe they could if they had to. I don't know.
Well, if we get one of our 1-tons in there, we get an ambulance in there.
That's right.
All right. So I think that the exception speaks for itself. I think,
Correct.
that
Okay.
So I don't hear any further discussion. I think we can vote, right?
Okay, so the nomination.
All those in favor?
Aye. Okay. And Roger, could you or Pam prepare a letter to our larger users, I guess, or people that schedule events on the common? I mean, I know this is kind of a odd year. I don't know if we're gonna, if the Historical Society isn't, you know, maybe they'll decide they'll do their event someplace else, you know? But I think we need to prepare some sort of a letter that, given the fact that we are putting in new sidewalks on the common, in order to protect these sidewalks from future damage, the board, after serious consideration of all the issues, have decided to prohibit motor vehicles except for emergency vehicles and cemetery and parks maintenance equipment from the common. And I hope you can understand our reasons for doing this, and we will work with you to find ways, alternate ways of helping people get their equipment on the common for events. And
Well, John, couldn't we use the word temporary in there, because it all is temporary, so we find out what direction it's gonna go in and how long it's gonna take.
what's temporary, Tubby?
How long it's gonna take and how long I'm gonna have to hold it to a temporary position. Because it could be opened up in 3 months, it could be opened up in 6 months. It all depends how long it's gonna take to get it.
Yeah, but you're not talking about driving on the sidewalks.
Oh, I'm not talking about.
No, it's, yeah, we're talking
I'm
about,
maintenance.
yeah, we're talking about motorized vehicles on.
On that one, sorry about
Yeah, I'm just saying we should send a letter out to the folks that use the common to let them know, rather than they just show up one day with all their stuff and say, oh, what's this? We can't go on the common? I think we got to let them know.
Right.
No, I go along with that, John, you're right. Now, it's finished, that nomination, because that's a necessity.
So I don't know, Roger, if you or Pam could write something up.
Yeah, we'll draft up a letter, John, and get it out to the folks. Yeah, that's
Okay. And you got the list of people that use it.
correct. Yep.
Okay, doke. So I think the other items were deleted from the agenda. So Roger, if there's stuff that you can bring up on your report.
Yeah, if on my report, if it's all right, I can give you an update on the Adams Dam.
Yeah.
The grant has been applied for. We do have a game plan set aside for retaining some of the walkway that's up top right now. And we have a plan revised, you know, for the gate. I think the direction we're going in is gonna be very non-invasive. I do believe that when we get involved in the railroad ties that go down to the river, that's gonna take more than a little bit more expertise than this department can
Yeah.
get involved with. That's, you know, you might have to look at some engineering costs or whatever for that one. But if we can hold back the upper part for now to stop it from going down even further, we'd be in pretty good shape. We're talking about lining the walkway to the right there with 6x6 non-chemically treated timbers and pinning them with reinforcement rod, and then bringing the pathway dirt up to them so that it encourages people to walk straight along instead of, you know, trying to walk sideways on the bank in there and keep eroding it and causing issues.
Okay. Well, we'll see if the grant gets approved.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll have some improvements down there.
yeah, exactly. Couple other things we can talk about. We received from the grindings of Highland Street. We're gonna redo the roads and Hillside Cemetery with it to take care of any scuffs and potholes.
Oh, that's good.
things like that. We'll use that regrinding there. We went through the fertilizer program with the natural fertilizer in both cemeteries. That's been done. And that's an all natural product that we've been using. Looming of winter burials has started. General cleanup of Christmas decorations has started. So it's springtime now, and we got things. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and the original agenda talked about a new mower. Are we, was that something we already did, I thought?
No, we haven't done it yet. We discussed it. But we were talking about trading that mower deck that we're not using and trading it towards a new machine. So a new machine's probably gonna cost us maybe $2,000, $2,500 because that new mower deck has a lot of value. We just haven't done the process yet, but we're gonna jump onto that too.
All right, so I'll have to wait to vote on that till next time.
Correct, yeah.
All right. All right.
And I do have a tree cutter coming in to look at the old burial ground. He's gonna have to end the trees. I don't think we can get a bucket truck in there because there's a lot of the old oaks and ashes have branches that are very overgrown now and gonna start making a mess up there if they start breaking off. So we'll get a number for that for you guys too. Do the
Okay.
whole inside of the perimeter of the cemetery up there.
How would they be able to access it with a bucket truck?
I think he's gonna have to climb most of it, John. I don't know if he can get a bucket truck down in there or not.
Oh,
I think it's gonna be more of a climbing job. I think we can get a wood chipper back there with a small truck, but I don't think you can get a big truck in there.
I wonder if any access would be allowed through Jennifer Pettit's lot.
You know, it's a possibility. We'd have to break down the wall a little bit to see, but I could talk to Jennifer about that.
Yeah. I don't think there's any other access from the woods in the back. Isn't that owned by the town now?
I believe that's, unless it's Larry Wilkins's property, I'm not sure.
Yeah, Larry Kimplin.
Excuse me, Kimplin, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, probably is.
Yeah, that might be Larry Kimplin's property.
But I mean, it's all woods. So you have
Right.
to cut down the woods to get a vehicle in there. So you're
Correct.
probably
Yeah,
not
you
gonna
might-
want that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be swampy back there too.
And that's the reason why we're using this tree cutter, because he has a reputation for climbing and cutting, so. And he's done some work out here for us before.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Well, if we can get somebody to do some climbing, trim the trees, that'd be good.
We did an extensive pruning out here last fall and last winter with the bucket truck we got from the fire department. Hillside's pretty clean now. I mean, we opened up that whole back road and it looks pretty good back there now. We got rid of a lot of stuff.
Good.
Yeah.
Anything more on the columbarium?
Yeah, we have an article for the town meeting floor
Oh, okay.
and to use the funds from the sale of lots, from the cemetery sale of lots fund. So
All right.
we'll bring that up. I have a couple of quotes already. I can get one more.
right. I know they are talking about town meeting. The selectmen were discussing, I think, setting the date to be the date we normally would have it, which is May 4th,
Correct. That's what
Tuesday. And unless there's some sort of spike, I expect that's what we will do. We'll be doing social distancing there, I know. It's going to be in Memorial Hall.
Okay.
But as I'll be on the podium as moderator, is somebody here able to make those motions?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be able to read that article.
All All right. Okay.
You know, with the pandemic, that's what kind of shut this project down the last time around. I'd like to move on with it now.
Yeah.
I think we're starting to find a real need for it, so.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we can save the general public somewhere close to, I think we can save them somewhere around $250, $300 for cremation.
Yeah.
So, and still make enough to purchase the next columbarium, which would be key.
Yeah. No, sounds like an option.
Yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be a win-win for everyone.
All right. I think that's all we have, isn't it? Anything else, Roger?
I believe so. No, we're good. You know. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Any questions?
been a pleasure to join you guys Zoomatically. But I think we can make a motion to adjourn.
All those in favor?
Next meeting,
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Pam.
Schedule next week.
May, you want to do a Wednesday again? May 12th?
Yep,
okay,
12 o'clock,
12 o'clock?
a good time for you.
Can you guys hear me?
I can.
Okay, hi, this is Hartley. If you could be so kind as to notify the TCAM board of your intention to have this meeting so they can notify me so I can host it again. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. That's right. We have to do this. So that's a motion for the next meeting, May 12th at noon at the Kimball House.
Well, you know, if it's nice weather, I might post it for the common so we can all sit with the new sidewalks.
Yep, that'd be fine.
Weather permitting.
Weather
Just
permit-
as we get closer, Raj, you can do it, but the date and time is set.
Yep.
And thank you, Hartley, for that reminder. And
No problem. Thank you.
I guess there was a motion made and seconded to adjourn, right? Did we vote on that? I don't think we did.
Yeah, I believe there was, but
Well, Pam interrupted it, so let's finalize it.
Okay, all in favor of the nomination. Seconded.
The nomination, Tubby, why do you keep saying nomination?
That's the word. You got it, now we have to do it. John, if anybody.
The motion, are you saying motion or are you saying nomination?
I'm saying nomination. We know everything we do, we gotta nominate to begin to get the motion. John, you know me better than that. Come on.
I don't know. That's not town meeting time.
Yeah. All those-
I'm gonna vote aye.
all those in favor of adjourning, say aye.
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 Oh, yeah.
Aye, aye, aye. All right. Well, thank you, everybody.
Thanks, John. If I would have known that, nice seeing you.
Yeah, nice to see you. Zoom
Yeah.
by Zoom, and we'll catch you guys later.
Talk to you soon, John.
All right, Raj. Thank you, Raj.
Thank you.
Drew and Pam, thank you.
Have a good day, John.